Squamish Youth. I have a little yoga class that I designed specifically for you. It's just going to be a few breathing exercises, and then we're going to get into some twists and hip openers. Do a little bit of exercise, but pretty basic. I think you'll really like it. So if you want to join me, all you need is your mat and maybe grab a cup of tea, maybe like incense or essential oils. Grab some of those, set up your space so that it is a very safe feeling environment, and that's what we want because it helps us feel really good when we do yoga. So on that note, let us find a spot on your mat, nice cross-legged position, and we're just going to get comfortable on your bottom, sitting up nice and tall. Put those hands lightly on your legs. And let's just everyone together take a great big breath in. And a big long exhale. Let's do that one more time collectively. Okay, let's do that a couple more times. And on your exhale, I want you to think about breathing out, exhaling any stress, any anxiety, any homework-related things that you have to do, any relationship issues that are going on right now. Let's just exhale that out of your body and leave it off the mat for right now. So let's dedicate the next 5 breaths to doing that. Breathing in your nose and exhaling out your mouth. Breathing in all the way up into your collarbones, exhaling all those negative feelings, emotions, stresses, anxieties outside your body. Okay, and now let's settle back into just your regular breath. And what I want you to do is count down from 5. I want you to have 5 just regular breaths. Don't change anything about it. Starting from 5. Just take a second to notice where you breathe in your body. Breathe into your chest, into your tummy. Nothing's wrong with the way you're breathing, just noticing. On your next exhale, let's move on over to the right side of your body, using your right hand as a little kickstand, and just rotating towards your right side. Taking a big breath here. And then on your next exhale, let's rotate on over to the other side. Just waking up the spine a little bit. If you're like me, you've been spending a lot more time on the computer and on the internet, and that's totally fine. We just want to make sure that our spine is still nice and healthy. So let's come on over onto all fours, and what I want you to do is separate your knees to the outer side of your mat, putting your toes together. Let's sit your sit bones down, reaching those fingers all the way to the front of your mat. And you can rest your forehead onto your mat. And let's take a few big breaths right here. Relaxing your jaw. And let's wander it over to the left-hand side. Think about extending that stretch all the way alongside the right side of your body. And then come on over to the opposite side. And really reaching away so you are feeling that stretch along the left-hand side of your body. back into center. Let's come on up onto all fours. So you want your wrists or your shoulders to be over top of your wrists and your hips over top of your knees. And we're just going to wake up our quads and our core by tucking those toes under, looking forward. And on your next inhale, let's gently hover those knees up off the ground. So this doesn't look like a lot, but you're actually engaging a lot of different muscles, and you're just going to hold on to it for about 30 seconds. Let's take a great big breath here, really engaging all those muscles. We've only got about another 10 more seconds left, and enough time for another breath. Taking a peek, make sure those knees are only a couple inches up off the ground. And let's lower them down. Nice work on that first one. So you might feel a little bit of warmth coming into your quads. It's totally normal. Let's take a peek over like a dog. Take a peek over your right hand shoulder. And then over your left hand shoulder. You're looking at your imaginary tail. Now I want you to settle back into a neutral position. And then just gently lift those knees up off the ground. So again, this is another 30 seconds. You are rocking this. Make sure you're looking forward to the end of your mat so your spine is nice and straight. Big breath here. And let's get ready to lower it down in 3, 2, and 1. Again, let's look at our tails. And look at your tail on the other side. Okay, and then back into center. Double check. Make sure those shoulders are over top of your wrists, and then you're going to gently lift those knees up off the ground. So this is uncomfortable. It is. My quads are burning. Might be shaking a little bit. But just hold on to it for as long as you can. So 30 seconds being max. We've only got about another 5 more seconds left to go. And 3, 2, and 1. Nice work on that one. So hopefully our quads are feeling warmed up. So this next one is you're going to tuck your toes under and you're going to press your hips up towards the ceiling. So with yoga, it sometimes looks really cool to have your feet and heels on the ground, but the truth is that doesn't really matter. What happens when you don't have the hamstring flexibility is your back starts to round. So it might look something like this. And what's most important in yoga is that your back is really flat. So that means you have a nice big bend in your knees. You want to really stretch those hands out. So let's move through a modified sun salutation. So on an inhale, we're going to come forward into a plank position nice and slow. And then you're going to slowly lower down all the way to the floor. And then let's keep those hands underneath your shoulders and let's press your chest up off the ground, squeezing your glutes. And then on an exhale, you're going to press back into all fours, tuck those toes, press your hips up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to hop, step, or jump to your feet in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up into standing, reaching those hands up towards the ceiling. Nice work. So that was your first one. We're going to do 2 more just like that, and then we're going to get into some hips. So let's do a big inhale in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands, extend those legs out nice and long. And slowly lower down to the ground. Another modified cobra pose, so hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift that chest up off the ground, look forward, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, press into all fours. Tuck those toes under, press your hips up towards the ceiling. All right, so I'm going to try jumping this time. We'll see how it goes, but you can either hop, step, or jump. So bend those knees, look forward, and jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then place those hands. So we've got one more. I'm going to do a full version of this exercise. So you can do whatever one you feel comfortable doing. So let's go. So starting big inhale and stretching those hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, diving forward. Keeping a nice neutral spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. exhale, forward fold, extend those legs all the way out. Slowly lower down so that those elbows are at a 90 degree, and then you can press your chest through into an upward facing dog. Exhale, press your hips up towards the ceiling. Nice work, everyone. Bend those knees, hop, step, or jump in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring those hands down. Nice work. Okay, our next one is we're going to be getting into our hip flexors, these muscles right here that sometimes get tight. If you've been out running or walking and then you sit down, they tighten up and it can cause lower back problems. So let us stretch them out. So another big stretch in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands, extend the legs down. Come all the way to 90 degree, press your chest through into an upward facing dog. And then let's press your hips up towards the ceiling into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Then on an inhale, let's extend the right leg up towards the ceiling, and then you're going to bring it through your hands, dropping that left foot down, untucking your toes, putting your hands gently onto your knees. So you want to make sure that your knees over top of your ankles. Okay, and so what we're doing and what I'm visualizing right now is I'm sending my breath into tight muscles. So sometimes that doesn't make a lot of sense. And what it actually means is I'm using my imagination to visualize sending my breath to areas that are tight. So for me, it's my hips. So let's place our left hand down. We're just going to gently press that right knee out. So you might see the arch of your foot come up. You want to try and keep that ankle as straight and stable as possible. Good. Okay, and now let's come on back and we're just going to flex that toe towards you for your extended leg. So you're going to be feeling a bit of a stretch into your hamstring. And then also, if you're tucking your toe and sitting your left glute onto your left toe, you might feel a really big stretch in the back of your foot. So if you're into running a bit more, which it seems like a lot of people are, that could feel really good or really painful. Okay, let's come on out of that stretch and we're going to come into all fours. Tuck those toes under, press your hips up towards the ceiling. And let's bring our left leg up towards the ceiling and through in between your hands, gently resting that knee down, untucking your toe. So option, if your knee's hurting, you can always flip over the corner of your mat, grab a pillow from your couch, and just make yourself more comfortable. So let's relax into this pose, and again, visualizing your breath going into those tight muscles. So for me, it's this right here. For you, it could be a variety of other places. So this is going to be your knee over top of your ankle. Couple more breaths here. Okay, let's place our right hand down, left knee, you're going to press out. Okay, and let's come on back. We're going to tuck our toe again on this right hand side, and you're going to rest your right glute. So you want to try and keep your back as neutral as possible. Avoid rounding like this. You want to keep that back as neutral as possible. Flexing that toe, that left toe towards you. So this is a pretty big hamstring stretch. Awesome. Okay, so let's bring ourselves back onto a comfortable seated position, and then we're gonna flip on over to our back. So we've got another series of stretches, so it's gonna be about another 5 to 6 minutes left. What I want to do is get a little bit more into your hamstrings. So what we can do is bring our right leg up towards the ceiling, flexing your toes. And what I want you to do is you're going to press your leg away from you using your muscles. Press, 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 press. So for about 10 seconds. So maybe you might experience some shaking. Okay, press again for 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to relax, and maybe that leg might come a little bit closer to you. So for some of us, your arms are going to be around your thigh like me. Some people are going to be a lot more flexible. Good, so let's do that one more time. This is really working on increasing your flexibility. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, let's press that leg away from your hands. So you're using your hands to press into the back of your thigh, and then you're using your quad to press, 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 press away from your body. And now you're gonna draw that leg in a little bit closer. So you might experience a big dramatic change or just a little bit of a change. You wanna make sure you're not putting any pressure in behind your knee. Awesome. Okay. All right. Let's relax that leg. Now what I want you to do is grab onto the outer side of your foot, and you're going to turn this into a half happy baby. So your thigh is going to be along the outside of your ribs. Good, so we're just focusing in again. So I'm feeling the stretch along my glutes. Okay, now let's extend those arms out to a T position. And you're just gonna drop your leg across your body. You want to make sure that both those shoulders are on the ground, and you can look away from your extended leg. So this is where the big breaths here coming in. You're extending the exhale a little longer than the inhale. Bring back that focus. You can bring that leg right across. So bring back that focus of exhaling, breathing out things that you want to leave off your mat. Inhaling in all that good energy. So let's focus on the opposite side, so your other leg. Now you could be putting your hands behind your quads or your calves. You just want to make sure that leg is fairly straight. Maybe a little bend in the knee is okay. Now you're going to be stretching it in, so notice where your leg is right now. And in a few seconds, we're going to start to put pressure using our quads to press our leg away from our body. So let's start that up right now. So for 10 seconds, you're going to press, press, press. Yeah, keep going, going, going. Press, 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 press. Good. You might feel a little shaking. That's good. Lots of pressure. And let's relax that leg in a little bit closer to your body. Okay, let's do one more of those. So pressing that leg away from your body, starting right now. So pressure, pressure, pressure. Go, go, go. Good. My arms are shaking, my legs shaking. And I'm getting ready to relax right here. So my leg's a little bit closer to my body. So that's satisfying. Working on that flexibility is always good. It's good to be strong and flexible. One with the other. Okay, let's relax that stretch. Now we're going to grab onto the outside of our foot, and we're going to do a half happy baby. So drawing that leg in. Big breath in and exhale. exhale. So on the exhale, sometimes it's nice just to relax a little bit deeper into the pose. You might find yourself settling in a bit. That's a good sign. Okay, and then on your next exhale, let's extend that leg across the body. You're gonna look away from your extended leg. Make sure both those shoulders are on the ground. So you might feel a full-on stretch into the center of your body. That's where I feel it. And let's think about sending our breath into those tight areas of your body. Awesome. Okay, nice. And now we're gonna do our final stretch. Not even a stretch, it's giving yourself a great big hug. And while you're giving yourself a hug, I want you to think about something, picture it in your mind, a piece of gratitude for something in your body. So let's set aside what is valued as beautiful in our culture, and let's think about what you are actually grateful for in terms of what your body's able to do for you. So maybe it's something like digest your food or filter out toxins, or the way your blood moves through your body, the way your lungs fill up with air, and what a miracle that is. So take a second while you're giving yourself a great big hug, and let's just focus on those things, about all the amazing things your body does for you every single day. Okay. All right, when you're ready, you can roll on up into a seated position. And I want to express a little bit of gratitude for you for joining me in this practice today. I'm so glad you took the time to take care of yourself. And with that, I hope you're able to take care of your friends and family, whether that's online or in your house. And I hope this message finds you happy, healthy, and well.